I feel like you are a guy that I could classify as an underrated wide receiver. I think about some of the situations that you've been in. The film head certainly will see the guys that are around you that make big splash plays when you're out on that football field. You're looking for a home here. Tell me about the fit that could be had with you on a roster.
Appreciate that. First off, I don't want to say like a fit. I'm just open and hoping for a great opportunity. You know, if somebody believe in me and give me an opportunity to go in there and work, you know, two things that define me being undrafted is hard worker and dog. And to come in the undrafted and prove myself and establish myself as a top tier receiver, 1,000-yard receiver, you know, that speaks volume. You know, I can't control what I can't control in my situations, but I know the man I've grown to, the veteran presence I bring, you know, the leader that I am, and how I help guys around me, what I do in receiver rooms, like the bond I build with players, competing against Tariq, competing against Waddle, you know, being a brother to them, being an extension to the coach, and the energy I bring. I know people have tried to make narratives about me, oh, he's a can. That's not true. I'm a competitor. You know, I was in losing situations. I don't think anybody should be happy with that. Obviously, certain situations, how I handled them, it wasn't the best. You know, I've grown from those areas of my life into the man I am now. But, you know, I'm in training like never before and preparing to just be my best and, you know, bring my best to an organization.
Chosen, listen, respect to that. You just told us about how you impact the team in terms of the locker room. This is your opportunity, right? This is your pitch. Tell to everybody right now at home, tell all the coaches, what kind of impact can you have on their team on the field right now?
And in the locker room, in the organization, throughout the building, and on the field, you know, I still can play at a high level. You know, I know truly that, you know, what I say is, the reality is facts and authentic. I know where I am now mentally, physically, spiritually, as a man. Everything is nowhere near what I was early in my career. So I'm just hoping for the opportunity for a coach, a great organization to give me the opportunity to show that I can still be my best and better than what I've done and just contribute.
You still got that go juice?
For sure.
Yeah, there's one thing about Chosen. We tell the defenders to back up. Back up, because he is fast. So.
Nah, for sure. Appreciate that.
Because we even saw, I mean, we think about you in Miami as well, and I think you're right. A lot of that attention goes to some of those other guys with Tyreek and Waddle, but I made reference to it. You can see some of the big plays that they had. You're typically you were on the field in those moments. You could see sometimes that coverage there. Guys are a little scared, basically based off of what Quentin was saying, like, hey, we need to back up on this dude.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, and I block too. That's the thing. I'm not scared to get in there and go hit safeties. I'm a physical player, you know, and I'm selfless. You know, when I was in Miami, a lot of the big plays happened when I came on the field with Tariq and Waddle, and I'm cool with that. My biggest thing is, most importantly, I want to win. I want to be a champion. I want to win a Super Bowl. You know, I'm not worried about how statistics. Obviously, I want opportunities to contribute towards winning, but I want to win more than anything.